What do you think of when you think of America? Liberty? Freedom? Guns? Or maybe this piece of crap. Welcome to Bigfoot's Indie Team, or B.I.T for short.
So here at B.I.T, we're not really a let's play, a review, or a first impressions kind of channel. We're trying to do something different here. We're going to play the game, show you what it's like, give our reactions, and we're going to give you a bit of history behind the game too.
So Final Fantasy, what can you say about that? Well, not a lot of things. It's a good RPG and has quite a lot of fans. It's a good game. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, what can you say about that?
Well, totally different story.
Quite a bit. First off, it doesn't live up to the same as the regular Final Fantasy series. It was released in North America on October 5th, 1992, specifically for us Americans, while it was the 6th in the series for Japan, and it was released a whole year later. Because while Japan got Final Fantasy V, we got Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. So we pretty much got, I guess, baby's first RPG. You know, kindergarten, school, prep school, something like that. A lot of things actually kind of did this too. Like, for example, the Mario Brothers series. Super Mario Brothers 2 had a different game. They switched the game for us Americans because they think we're stupid or something and we can't play video games. Not stupid.
Second Amendment, right?
Gun speech.
Exactly.
Gun speech. Yeah.
Alright, so the contents within the Mystic Quest box are pretty basic. Of course, you know, you got your first thing that every box should have, which is the cartridge. It's a basic SNES cartridge, nothing special. The next item is the map. And the map, well, is basically just, of course, the map of the world. So there are 4 areas within the Mystic Quest world. You've got your air, windy area, so Chicago. You've got your snow, ice, tundra area, which would be Wisconsin. You've got your desert area, which would be Arizona. And finally, you've got your crappy jungle area, Detroit. The final item within the box is the manual. It's a crappy little short manual with nothing much in it. It's got the controls and some items within the game, nothing special. It's really crappy if you compare it to the Final Fantasy II manual, which of course you can see is well used compared to the Mystic Quest one, because this is basically, it has no point. On the other hand, Final Fantasy II has basically half the game in a walkthrough. There's no comparison between the 2 manuals as well as the 2 games. Alright, let's start. So, let's just call the thing B.I.T, just to keep things simple.
Luke, think you can save the world?
No, I'm American.
Here's your chance to play the world's first role-playing game for the entry-level player.
I'm the entry-level player. Who has started? Why does the screen shake? I feel like it's supposed to. My village is gone. What on earth is going on? This place is going to sink any second. Let's climb up quickly. Ooh, 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 are you gonna take me by the... Yeah, he's taking me by the hand. Because I'm 6.
You're also...
Press the B button to jump across. Really? This is difficult. So I just gotta wait till it goes all the way down. Oh, it's still... It's like a really crappy cutscene. Look over there. That's the focus tower. Once the heart of the world. An old prophecy says the vile four will steal the power and divide the world behind 4 doors. And at that time, the night will appear. The prophecy has now come true. 4 monsters have locked the doors of the focus tower and escaped with the keys. They are draining the light from the 4 crystals of the earth, and the world is in chaos. The people are in desperate need of help. B.I.T, only you can save the crystals and the world. It's just me?
Well, no
Yes,
shit, who else?
You, B.I.T. Only you could be the knight spoken of in the prophecy.
The prophecy?
Look out, a monster! Oh my god, am I ready for this? I don't know if I'm ready for this.
And here's your first time to combat the battle.
It's fine.
And basically, you just hit one button.
Exactly, because there's nothing else I can do. We have
I mean, a lot of RPGs at the
spells.
beginning, it's just like that either, but this because you just press one button later on in the game as well, so there's no real strategy involved either.
Yeah, it's just... Seems I was right. At last I found a true knight.
Like,
But you said you were sure I was the one. Well, actually, it was more of a guess. Great.
who the hell is this old man anyway?
Like,
He's just a jackass. I mean, he's like, oh yeah, well you're the kid to save the world, I guess. I mean, you're just some random kid I found on the side of the street, but you're gonna save the world someday.
forget it. Just tell me where I can find the crystals. It's up to you to find me. Well, that doesn't tell me where they are.
From the middle of the street, and he's like, you know, so kid, want to save the world? You're like, not really. He's like, sure, okay. Well, he puts you up to the task, and you're like, okay, well, what do I do? Where do I go? You're the hero. It's up to you. Yeah.
The hell? Okay. That boulder is blocking my way back to town. Shove it aside. Well,
You're in my way.
I can jump over him. Thank you. Oh, I received that. Oh, lovely. Thank you.
And all the characters pretty much look the same. Like, we're not asking for good detail, but they're the exact same sprites. There's only like 4 towns in this entire game. So you know a lot of detail went into this world.
What's going on? Is she hula dancing?
What is she doing? I don't think there's any shops in these towns either. All the equipment you get is from the battlegrounds. Like, this doesn't really even... This discourages people from wanting to get into RPGs. This doesn't teach them. So you just hit the attack button, and you control both of them. So each one doesn't have their individual, like, attack sheet. You just hit the attack button, and that controls both of them at the same time. Which is dumb, because there's no strategy involved, which is one of the main components of an RPG.
When you do die, you just start at the beginning of the battle again, or... Oh no, you don't even start at the beginning of the battle, you just get revived. So ridiculous.
She's in your... Another thing, when I played this game, that's kinda, you know, terrible, or just poor planning on the developer's part, is that everyone that joins your party is more of a higher level than you are. If you're supposed to be the chosen prophecy kind of hero, then why the hell is everyone else in the world kicking your ass? So there isn't really any random encounters. You just see the enemies on the screen, which is kind of nice, but I mean, it gets no challenge because they don't move at all. In conclusion, we get bored and find more entertainment in eating a pickle. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest is a game borderlining on insulting intelligence, laughably boring story, gameplay that holds your hand and really throws off newcomers, forgettable music, locations, and characters, an unimmersive setting, putting all characters who join your party more overpowered than you are, even though you are supposed to be the hero of the world. But you know what? Can you really blame them? I mean, America is almost like that oversized, annoying fat kid who wants to get involved in everything but has no idea what he is doing. So when he is taught, they tell it in him in a more of a simple way. But he gets really pissed off because he doesn't want to be perceived as dumb. But he secretly kind of is. I wouldn't really recommend this game to anybody. You'd probably find more entertainment in a potato.